Well, let's talk to James Zahara right now, I believe. Yeah, there you are, James. How you doing?
Good.
You know, I think we talked a little earlier this week that it's almost like perfect bookends. You had a great Memorial Day weekend, great Labor Day as well.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, we just got to get rid of these clouds to bring back some of that sunshine. It may not be until tomorrow afternoon, later in the afternoon, that we actually see some of that. Still not too bad. Mid-70s for daytime highs, lower 80s then Sunday, Monday into early next week. Chance for a little wet weather later on Tuesday. And then we could be seeing some more of that summer warmth maybe the following weekend.
All right, thanks so much, James. Thank you for joining us at 10. We hope you do have a great Labor Day weekend. The Score is coming up next right here on News 8.
Yes. We need to have somebody go get.
Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, hello, hello. What do you need?
The flipper.
Do mic check.
Mic check,
Hey,
mic
could
check,
somebody
mic.
grab the? Where was that at? Is it in the kitchen set?
Check, check, check. 3, 2, 1, this is me. Hey, what's up? Huh?
We have to ad-lib. Are you good with ad-libbing?
I mean, how bad is it?
It's got name and first round.
That's all they have? Did they get them scoring?
No, Eli Reese to Marion Anderson for first round. Reese,
No, we make them as we go.
Sandra George.
That's the lure of the stuff. Schlemmer's out.
Hey, do
Here.
they have any?
Can they open mics? Can you
To
tell
put
them
in
open
your-
mics?
in your
So we
scripts.
we need to talk to them.
I'm way out of order.
Okay,
Hey,
great.
check, check,
Hey,
check. 3, 2,
Caitlin?
1.
Schlemmer mic'd up, our talkback is gone. Okay? Yeah, so we don't have that. So our first talkback will be height after the north
No.
and west.
Well,
No, hammer,
No,
hammer.
Zoom. Yeah.
No, yep, first Zoom is first. Yep, just say hi and we'll be there with them soon.
I'm way over here now because Andy wants me over here, so I'm not hiding behind the.
Well, I almost have to step back so I'm not looking behind me.
What are we
Okay,
saying in
anyhow.
this?
We'll go,
say something
and if
that
we
the
have
weather
if we
wasn't
have
bad
scripts.
Now, WQAD News 8's The Score.
4 quarters, dogfight. Start fast, finish fast, pedal to the middle, all gas, no brake.
The Quad City's only half-hour high school football show.
We will not back down.
The Score, sponsored by Temple Sporting Goods and AdCraft Custom Apparel.
Welcome to week 2 of The Score. It was a great night for high school football on both sides of the river. We have a ton to get to. We got some grilling to do. And you know what? It ended up being a great night for high school football.
It did. The weather held out. We had a little drizzle here and there, but the skies pretty much cleared way and made for a great, almost fall-like weather night for high school football.
Absolutely. There was a lot of state-ranked teams playing each other. Rockridge, Newman, a game that would come right down to the wire. Moline's playing a really good team. Sterling playing one of the best teams in the state tonight.
That's exactly where we'll start. We'll start with the Sterling Golden Warriors. They took on, as we head up to Rascalines Field, taking on Lombard Montini, and the State Power looking it early on. How about this pass? It's Mateo Barrett to Jacob Marquette for the touchdown, a quick 7-0 lead. Later in the second quarter, it is Sterling looking to get back. That's good for a first down, but not quite enough. Later on, it is some defense by the visitors. The pick 6 right here goes for a touchdown. AJ Quested picks it off. That makes it 17-7. but it's Montini. Just too much in this one. We'll go ahead and show you a final score. Great game at Oscar Reed's Field, but it's Montini edging the Golden Warriors 17-10, your final in that one.
Let's just head down the street to Browning Field, and Lyle Bennett in town. Second quarter, Maroons down 10-7. Defense making plays. Jasper Ogburn skies high for the pick. MOLINE would not score though. On D again, MOLINE with another pick as Bennett airs this one out. Matthew Bailey steps in front of the pass. He returns it back to midfield, but MOLINE would still be down by 3. And then just before the half, another interception. That would be the third one of the quarter. Check out Cranston Wall. Great interception there. It'd be 10-7 into the half. Third quarter. The Red Wings score, and they do it quickly. Jacob Hopel to Jack Kane, 48-yard pitch and catch, 17-7. As we go to the scoreboard, it would come down to the end. MOLINE comes up 2 points short, falling 23-21.
Rock Island looking for their first win of the season on the road at Dunlap. And to start, the Rocks would look good early on. They'd lean on their 1-2 punch of Eli Reese and Marion Anderson. Short pass there. Anderson picking up a nice gain on the play. And Reese has a great arm, but he's also good with his legs as well. Here, he keeps it. Nice pickup on the play as they would continue marching down the field. And they would cash in on the drive. It is Reese handing off to Xander George. He punches it in for the touchdown. Let's check out a final score from Dunlap. It is the Rocks getting the big win, 32-14, the final score, as we are now joined by Rock Island head coach Ben Hammer on the road. He should be in the bus to talk about getting that big road win. And hey, Coach Hammer, we see you there. How does it feel to get that first win out of the way as you guys pick it up on the road?
It feels great. The kids did a nice job bouncing back, preparing all week. A tough week of practice, and it was nice to have them come out and execute and overcome a little bit of adversity. We crashed our trailer for our equipment trailer on the way to the game, so we were without some of our equipment.
Coach, you look like are you in the bus, I'm assuming, or is it the coaches?
Yeah. We're on the bus. We're in the bus. So we also had busing issues without an AD at Rock Island. So we for our freshmen and our varsity, we had a one charter and one minibus. So it's literally me and all the kids. All the coaches had to drive separate.
It looks like a happy trip back. Kind of talk about what this week was like, because obviously week 1 didn't go as planned. What does it say about the character of your kids to flush away the noise, get past that first one, and go on the road and get a victory against a good Dunlap team?
It says a ton about their resilience, about this. Obviously, after you get shut out week 1, film wasn't fun. At times, practice wasn't always fun. We really challenged them to get back to the fundamentals and simplifying the things that we do and making the correct reads, making the correct blocks.
That's the beauty of Zoom, isn't it?
Yes.
Zoom, you get to a spot on 74 and you don't have reception anymore, and we just lost Coach Hammer.
That's all right.
all
He's
good.
happy because they get a big victory. Rock Island now 1-1 on the season. Let's move on and continue with going down 74. We'll head back down there. United Township taking on East Peoria. This game with a very late start, and it's UT though picking up right where they left off last week. Matthew Kelly, the perfect pass to Anthony Tate for the touchdown. 6-0 Panthers in front, and the Panthers go for 2, and they get it. Corey Randall takes the handoff, the direct snap, I should say. He gets in for the 2-point conversion. That made it 8-0. United Township has now won 6 straight games as a program. They're winning right now. I'll give them the victory, 46-18. That game's still in the third quarter after the late start down in East Peoria.
One last stop down in the Peoria area is Galesburg, looking for their win at Morton. They're down 14-7 in the second quarter when Tristan Legate airs one out to Drew Egyptiaco. What a catch. He gets the feet in bounds. That's a touchdown, 23 yards. Galesburg up 14-13 at the half. Third quarter, it's Legate and Egyptiaco hooking up again. Another big play here. This one would get him out past midfield. They would not be able to punch that one in. As we check the final score in this one, it is Morton storming back to get the win, 34-21.
To Bob Reed Field we go. The Maple Leafs hosting Sandwich, looking for back-to-back wins to start the season. Second quarter trailing 6-7. A.J. Weller hitting Jaden Weinzeiler. The 25-yard gain puts them at the 5-yard line. Then it is Weller on this next play, finding Andrew Cotty for the touchdown. They would take a 12-7 lead at that point. And the Green Machine offense would continue to look good down the stretch. Here's Weller again. Quick ball fake. Keeps it though. He would go down at the 23 and pick up a big first down for the Maple Leafs. They would cash in yet again on this drive. Here's Weller once again, this time airing it out to Calvin Pettit.
Air Maple Leafs.
Air Maple Leafs is right. They take an 18-7 lead at that point. Let's check out a final score from a high-scoring game, 58-7, the final score.
Geneseo looking very good. Let's head down to Quincy. Alabama making the long trip down to take on Quincy Notre Dame. First drive of the game for the Raiders, and they bounce outside and get into the end zone, and it was a long evening for Alabama and Quincy Notre Dame, a very good football team. We're going to show you a final score from down in Quincy. It is the Pioneers falling to 0-2 on the season. If we pop up that final score, there it is, 59-0, Alabama with a tough loss down in Quincy. Let's hop to the other side of the river, and we will head up and take you to Western Dubuque Epworth, where North Scott took on the Bobcats, and it's North Scott looking good early on as Grayson Jewell connects with Drew Kilberg. Later in the drive, it is Jewell once again, this time hooking up with his favorite target from last week. This is Jacob Nelson. He makes some nice moves, picks up another North Scott first down, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's that same duo once again, Grayson Jewell to Jacob Nelson. He had 4 touchdowns last week, I believe. That's number 5 for him. That made it 7-0. We'll go ahead and check out a final score from up in Epworth. North Scott, the defending state champions, looking that way, 33-13, your final score.
All right, Pleasant Valley looking to get back on track as they welcome in Dubuque Hempstead. First quarter no score. After blocking a punt, PV punches it in. Rusty Van Wensinga right up the middle. 20 yards for the touchdown and a 7-0 lead. Spartans' next possession. They pitch to Makai Wilson. Gets to the corner, reaches for the end zone. It's ruled out at the 1, and then that would lead to this. Barrett Lindmark following the big guys. Midway through the first quarter, as we go to the scoreboard and see how the Spartans did tonight, they do improve to 1-1 with a 35-0 win.
Bettendorf also looking to get in the win column on the road at Kennedy, and quite the student section that is. First quarter, David Canfield on the receiving end of this one. Nice catch right there as he scampers down the sideline. First down. They don't score on the drive, but late second quarter now, it is Carson Blight with a bubble screen to Jaron Centers. A long touchdown here. Let's check out a final score from the road. It is Kennedy getting the 28-7 victory.
Bettendorf 0-2 for the first time in a long time. Let's head to Brady Street Stadium. Bragging rights on the line. West and North going head-to-head. Early first quarter. It's the Falcons striking first. Brady Hansen to Dalton Thompson. This one covers 67 yards. 7-0 West in front. North, though, would answer back. Nolan Mosier with a nice pass to Morgan Heath. This one gets inside the 5, down to the 1-yard line. Later in the drive, 4th and 1. Wildcats go for it, and they get it as it's Mosier hammering in on 4th down. That made it 7-6. West led this game 14-6 at one point, but it's the Wildcats coming back in the second half. They score the game's last 11 points. They go on to win this one. We'll show you a final 17-14. Davenport North with their first victory of the season. And we're joined now by the head coach of the Davenport North Wildcats, Adam Height. You're already back at school, already probably looking ahead to next week. But, Coach, it's always a battle between the city schools. No different tonight. That was a really good football game between a very good West team, a much improved West team.
Yeah, and that's the way it's probably going to be for a while. Coach Cruzy does a phenomenal job over there. It's exciting when the Davenport games are a big rivalry and they're more competitive, and that's what we got tonight. And it's exciting, and I can't wait for these games to continue in the future.
The win is obviously exciting, but what did you see out of these guys this week after that loss at North Scott? The way they practiced in preparation to bounce back and get that first win. Could you see that heading into this week?
Yeah, I knew our guys were focused. I mean, we knew we went against a really good North Scott team, and we saw a lot of great things on film, and we just came came back and fixed some things this week, and you know, it showed today. We had a couple injuries that kind of limited us in what we can do, but our guys had that great bend don't break mentality, and at halftime I went in and told them, I said, we're going to figure out what type of team we are. Are we going to be a team that folds, or are we going to be a team that fights? And our guys came out in the second half, and they definitely showed that they're willing to fight.
Yeah, they scored the last 11 points of the game. What kind of switched down the stretch, or what was the difference down the stretch for this team that allowed them to get the win and score those final points down the stretch in this game?
It was basically momentum. You know, once I knew we got the momentum back on our sideline, because West had it pretty much the entire first half on their sideline. Once we got the momentum back on our sideline, I knew we were going to start clicking, and that's what happened. And, you know, Gio Rivera came out and started running the ball really well to replace Cade Sheedy. And our offensive line came together, and we were able to pound the football, which was great to see, and march it up and down the field and kill some time, and at the same time get into field goal position and score some touchdowns.
All right, enough football, Coach. You got a cute little one at home. How's life as a dad? Forget this football stuff.
It's awesome. He is my world. Him and my wife are my world. It is great. He came out tonight. I got to see him right before kickoff, which was awesome. I know he's at home right now with my dad, his wife, and my mother and father-in-law. They're watching this on TV, so I know they're ready for me to get home so I can see them.
Give them a shout out at least, right?
You got diaper duties to do. So we're grilling over here. If you want to escape for a little longer and have some burgers, it's the offers on the table. But as a dad of 4, you got a little one at home. Get home. Have a great night, Coach. Congratulations on your victory. We will see you in the very near future. Congrats, my man.
Thank you. Go Cats.
All right, let's move on. Corey, we got a trip to beautiful Muscatine.
Beautiful Muscatine as a new era is underway. Check out the newly renovated Muscatine Community Stadium.
About time.
About time, right? You ask the AD, it's about time.
Yes.
That's right. Just under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Iowa City quarterback Jack Wallace to Boaz Ambroff. Knocked loose in the big hit for Muscatine's Ty Kozad. Ruled an incomplete pass. 4.5 minutes to go. It's Mason Applegate running it in for the touchdown. That's 7-0. Trojans are in front in this one as we hit the boards. It would be all Iowa City West tonight, spoiling Muscatine's night, 42-7.
Still a great looking stadium.
Absolutely.
Clinton hosting Davenport Central, and when you have Jerome Burt shooting, you know you're going to get the snap.
Jerome!
And the River Kings would look good early on. This is Jai Jensen hooking up with Addison Binney here. And the camera eventually finds Binney, but he's so fast, he would take this one all the way down to the field and into the end
no
zone.
way Jerry missed that.
A little rusty.
He's still getting back into it. The River Kings take a 7-0 lead. Then it would be the Blue Devils answering right back as they go on the ground, marching this one all the way into the house, tripping, stumbling, but that is good enough for a touchdown. It would be tied up 7-7, but then the Blue Devils would march down the field just enough to get in field goal position. They do boot it through the uprights. It would be 10-7 at that point. They make one yet again. Let us check out a final score from this one. It is Central getting the big win, 48-23, the final score.
Blue Devils 25 points better on this night. Plenty more to get to coming up here on the score. We reached our first time out of the break, but we have a really good game, Corey, in the Three Rivers.
Three Rivers, absolutely.
Really
Could Rockridge snap a 6-game losing streak to Newman, or would the Comets prevail? We'll let you know right here on the score.
You're watching The Score on WQAD News 8.
The lower third was Nick Welch twice, and I tried to say something, and it was too late.
Whatever. Oh my
It
God,
came
he's
in
gonna
twice.
lose.
He's going to lose his
Dude, he's
No,
gonna be livid.
I know he will.
He's gonna be livid.
Whatever.
He's gonna be
All
livid.
right, what's
oh my
the damage?
God, nobody clip that.
Yes.
1 minute and 3 or 30?
What do you want? Hold on.
Okay, that's not bad.
I'll look it up right here.
We'll go as planned in
You have,
this
do
one.
you have the names?
Yeah, he put them on, but he wrote them in pen. I hadn't marked.
I can't read those at all.
I know.
Mike Delzeld, Tucker DeKerber, somebody 84 for Comanche. I'll find them.
We have another segment. Hey, Jerry, can you go into the kitchen and get this spatula in the kitchen in the studio? I'm going to put burgers in, but they're going to. Thanks, buddy. I'll get you a burger.
Yeah, we're good. I got them.
Yeah, we
I
got
got
another
'em.
segment.
Just go get the other stuff. We're good. Thank you.
We don't have reads for some of these. Like, I don't know who's
we
doing
don't know who
Kiwani.
that
I don't
is.
know who's doing Bureau Valley.
15 is Paul Keene.
Probably you
he's
guys.
doing Rock Ridge. No. He's doing Rock Ridge. What's after Rock Ridge? Keep me honest. Orion?
Princeton.
No, you're good.
I think we're good.
The Score Play of the Night, sponsored by Western Illinois University.
Let's get to that play of the night. And actually,
that's fan of the
our
night.
fan of the night. We'll get to him in a second. Dexter
Johnson.
We'll get to him as our fan
I
of
got
the night
plenty of
in
intro
just a
information
second.
on
We'll
him.
come back out, grilling out here, week 2 of The Score. And it was a rough start last week for the Rock Ridge Rockets after a fantastic spring, a perfect spring. They fell on the road against a very good Princeton team. Tonight it looked a little better.
It looked a lot better for them as it was Rock Ridge and Newman. The 1994 champ flag flying high in the sky, and the Rockets would strike first. Opening quarter, Braden Dean swings it to Nate Henry. 12-yard scoring strike, 7-0 Rock Ridge. Second quarter, Rockets on the move again. This time it would be Dean to Henry, 19 yards as they get near the red zone. Before he gets pulled down, and the Rockets would punch it in short yardage. Dean muscles it up the sneak, and 13-0 as he finds his way into the end zone. Home team in front, but the Comets would get right back into this one just before the half. Cody Danya gives it to Marcus Williams, and he's gone. 55 yards to pay dirt.
Gosh, he's so good.
When the dust settles in this one, it would be Rock Ridge breaking that 6-game losing streak to Newman. They're a 27-14 winner.
I'd like to think I brought them some good luck being out there earlier today for The Score on the road. Hey, let's head down to a battle of 1-0 teams as it is Princeton taking on Orion. Chargers looking good in the first drive. Jared Moore keeps it, scampers 21 yards, picks up a first down. Orion moving the chains, but the Princeville defense would have an answer. Ian Compton steps in front of the pass and goes 43 yards all the way to pay dirt. Tigers with a quick 7-0 lead. On offense, Princeton pretty good as well. Tegan Davis drops back and airs it out perfectly to Matt Lucas. This one covers 42 yards deep into enemy territory, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's that duo once again, Davis to Lucas for the touchdown. That made it 14-0. We'll show you a final 45-7. Princeton now 2-0. Let's head just down the road to Sherrard. Brandon Johnston, his home debut with Sherrard taking on Bureau Valley. Bureau Valley at 14-7 in the second quarter, adding to it Levi Harding with the 6-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion good, 22-7. Bureau Valley in front, and the Storm defense looking good as well. Isaac Attic with the interception, and he'll take it back into enemy territory with less than a minute to go in the first half, and the Storm not content. They'll add to it for the half as Adam Johnson will keep it, and watch him weave his way, direct traffic beautifully, get into the end zone. 28-0 Bureau Valley at the half. They put up half century. They win this one 50-7. Your final score.
Morrison looking to bounce back, hosting 1-0 Kewanee. Under a minute to go in the half. It is Morrison trying to get on the board. From 2 yards out, Alex Anderson does just that. The touchdown, 21-6 as the Mustangs trail then. Morrison would get back into the red zone, but Brady Clark is all over this one. Check out the pass, tip, interception. He races down the sideline. He would get eventually tripped up, but boy, does he have some wheels before he does. Later on in the half, Kewanee offense on the move here. 45 yards on this run from Keontis Patterson. Boy, off to the races he goes. Later on in the drive, the Boilermakers would get into the red zone once again. On 4th and 13, Will Bruno going up top to Patterson for the touchdown. Their lead would grow to 28-6. Let's check out a final score in this one. It is Kewanee all over, 28-6, the final.
Hey everyone, it's Jack Heflin with the Green Bay Packers. I'm back here at my alma mater, Erie Prophetstown, to catch some game action. We're just going to send it back to Celia for the highlights.
Jack Heflin going mic'd up for us.
Awesome,
We
yeah.
appreciate him doing that. And it would be only fitting early on that the Panthers would look great on defense. This is in the first quarter. Big fella Elijah Fredrickson swarming in for the sack. The game would remain scoreless. The EP offense hoping to look just as good early on. This time it is Colby Franks with the quarterback keep. Nice gain on the play. They would not score on that drive. This would be a tough game for the Panthers. They would fall by 2. Let's check out a final score. 15-13, Peru St. Bede winning this one.
All right, Fulton playing their first home game in their new conference, the MUIC, and they're hosting East Dubuque, and East Dubuque would welcome them in a huge way. Opening kickoff, and it would go 85 yards for the touchdown. It's Dawson Fayen, and it's quickly 6-0. But Fulton, first play from scrimmage. They answer, and they answer quickly. It's Jacob Jones bouncing to the outside. You're not going to catch him. Turns on the speed, in for the touchdown. He gets to the pylon. He's in. It's 6-6.
That's my favorite thing
Fulton
about Fulton,
would
by the way.
get down to the 1, but on 4th down, the East Dubuque defense comes up with a big stop to keep him out of the end zone, and then they counter. Check out Dawson Fayen again, staying on his feet after taking the hit, bouncing off tackles, 71-yard run. He would eventually get tackled and then get in for a touchdown as they would go to the air. Fayen pulling this one in, 12-6 at that point. This one goes to Fulton. They win by 10.
Let's hit the scoreboards on the Illinois side of the river. It's A-Town with a big victory at Stark County. It is Ridgewood Ridgewood falling to Rover at Williamsfield. We'll hit more scores. Riverdale falls to Mendota. It is Milledgeville doubling up on Amboy. And I believe one last score. There's an update on United Township. They are winning 52-18. And Rock Falls and Stillman Valley, we don't have that score. We'll get it back to you here in just a little bit. We've reached halftime here on the score. Still plenty to get to. I'm finally getting the burgers going, guys. So we'll eventually have food at the end of the night.
No problem.
Yeah, maybe by midnight.
We'll check out Comanche and some of the small schools on the Iowa side right after the break.
Flip that.
That's fine. Hey, careful. The
Okay,
live stream,
hey.
they're hearing us on live stream.
No, that's fine.
So just remember that.
Is the fan of the night video in? Okay, can you play it real quick?
Do we need to?
No, as long as the sponsor ran, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's all. I just want to make sure. I don't know why that's in twice then. That is weird that it went in twice.
That is, we're
So
having
what-
Central problems.
Hey guys, we're 125 heavy. Hey, so Jeffro, listen, we're gonna do the fan of the night.
Tara, who's doing
animation? We're gonna do the fan of the night. We're not gonna do the welcome back. So we're gonna go fan of the night animation. We're gonna go
right to Central.
Right to Central.
Who's doing this one?
Right
Here.
after the fan of the
That's
night
you.
VO, we're gonna go right to Comanche and Central.
Which is right here.
Who's that?
It's you.
Okay,
This is Comanche.
cool.
Mike Delzell to Tucker DeKerber. I don't know who this one
Who
is.
won that game? Do we know?
Who?
Comanche.
Comanche, Central Witt.
DeWitt
We
won.
gotta get to the next one then.
No, next one.
Playing Comanche. On what?
That's a stop, and then this would be the play. That's Paul Keene to Lucas Burmeister. It's Keene. It's
To
Keene.
Lucas Burmeister?
It's K-U-E-H-N.
That's fine. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Keene.
So we're gonna do that one.
that's
Mediapolis Tipton. I have. Get rid of Iowa scores.
Give me Mediapolis Tipton if you have it. Oh, it's
And
on. It's on our.
So out of Mediapolis, Corey's doing Mediapolis.
Do we have
He's going
a-
to do a couple plays from that. He's going to show the scoreboard. He's going to say you can check out all your scores on WQAD.com. We'll be right back.
Do you have?
So we're going to go to
the script
break
for
from
one?
that video.
Mediapolis.
Yep. So it's animation, fan of the night, right into Comanche, right into Mediapolis.
Go to break.
Go to break.
I need the Comanche script.
He gave it to me. You gave it to me, didn't you?
No.
The Score Fan of the Night, sponsored by Millwright Local 2158.
A MOLINE game, you know this guy, Dexter Johnson, a 1972 MOLINE grad, never misses a game. You probably see him at basketball games, doing all kinds of things, loves trains, loves the weather, and he loves his Maroons.
All right, let's move on and hop onto the Iowa side of the river. Good matchup between Central DeWitt and Comanche, two neighbors doing battle. Third quarter in this one, it's Comanche going to the air. Mike Dalzell to Tucker, Dick Herber. A nice pitch and catch. This will result in a first down deep into enemy territory. But it's the defense stepping up for the Sabres as they come up with the big play right here to stop the Comanche drive and get the ball back, and they would capitalize. To the fourth quarter we go. It is Paul Keene hooking up with Lucas Burmeister for the go-ahead touchdown. That made it 12-7. 14-7 your final score. Central DeWitt with the big victory.
All right, let's check out Mediapolis in their home opener, which has one of the top teams and rushers in the state, Ben Egan.
That's Anthony Isley
Little handoff
getting
to
done.
Anthony Isley. He breaks free, and you're not going to catch him. He'll get all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Let's see what happens here with Mediapolis. They roll from there. To see all other scores from the Iowa side, make sure to check out WQAD.com. Your stocking stat of the night is coming up next on The Score. Up, so we were good. Do you have a mic on? I had the roster pulled up.
Oh, sorry.
We're good.
I just saw him and I was like,
We only showed one of your
showed
plays.
one highlight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay, we're good. It smelled like they were. How much time total do we have coming back, Halen? Because it's basically animation,
Not that cold out here.
stocking, and goodbye. So hopefully we at least have 30 seconds.
Oh, well, it all depends on what that commercial is. Is it a 2? It's going to be tight. We might
It's a 2, not a 3.
No, I know that, but I think we were out at 2, so we'll be back at 11:04 something. So we might have 15 seconds.
Perfect. You might have 30.
Nice.
Nice.
30. All right.
Testing 1, 2.
Man, how do we get through that?
Is that good?
What do
we
we
have
have?
him.
just stockpile?
Yeah, just stocking.
What do you have, Stock? Can you just do one? Is that okay?
I can do the Ridgewood Roval Williams field kid, Seth Johnson, 5 touchdowns.
Is he the first one that you
Yeah,
have? Yeah,
he's the
What's
just
the
do
best
him.
one you have?
He's the first one.
Well,
What's the
but that's
best
the
That's
order.
probably-
He's got lower thirds.
Can you? Well, what's the other ones? Which
the
one do
other
you want to
one,
do?
well, I better do Roval Williams field because it's the first one.
No, but
Well,
we
but
can
what-
move it.
we
I
can
know
move
what
them.
you want to do.
The other one's Northwest, and all it is a stat.
Okay, yeah, do the
Okay,
the
you
weather
can
stuff.
get both of them, and you have 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah,
I got 30.
You
Okay.
just do them
You
quick.
have 20.
I will.
I'll cut you off. I'll make fun of you.
Is it that always what you do?
Yes. Amelia's complaining because the burgers aren't done yet, so I'm handing off
I'm
to you.
hungry.
for the rest of the
Seth
night.
Johnson from Roval Williams Field, 5 touchdowns tonight, including a 95-yard touchdown run for Roval Williams Field. And North beats West. It's the 6th straight victory in the series and the 6th city victory for the Wildcats in a row.
A lot more of stocking stats. Some of them are cool, some of them are silly. You can
They're
check them
cool.
all out on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, college football this weekend. We'll have you covered right here on WQAD. We'll see you back here next week.
And they're all true, too.
Who
we
was
had
last?
one of the, we were gonna do one or the other, and they.
I've been doing timestamps all through the night, so we gotta do a. You're gonna be on a podcast.